Wow. Wow, guys. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So you all watched the funeral of His Majesty King Goodwill Zwelithini. What was the moment? For me, it was Amabuto. But beside Amabuto, the unity, guys. We'll talk about Amabuto later. The unity within or among Zulu people is just out of this world. I've never seen a nation so united. I've never seen a nation so united. I mean, we lost different kings in South Africa, but I've never seen this kind of unity or this kind of show of appreciation and love for their culture amongst the Zulu people. For me, that for me is out of this world. These guys are united. They love their culture. They are so proud of who they are. They are not apologetic. So it is beautiful. Let's be honest. I know it's a funeral, but for me, when I see these visuals, I just saw unity. Blue Lights Brigade happening. This is when they were fetching the body of King Goodwill Zwelithini to his final resting place. But guys, let's talk about Amabuto. Well, before the funeral or before the whole funeral, I didn't know there's a word Amabuto. It was the first time I heard about it during the week, and when I saw the visuals, I saw the pictures, I'm like, wow. And there was Java amongst in the
Java.
guys. You sometimes you can wish you were Zulu. I'm Tsonga, so we'll talk about it later. But this is beautiful. Unity is power, and people like Boss Java are part of this thing. People who are proud of their culture, who they are, where they come from.
Daba ke ulalela lo muntu omemezayo umemeze ngathi uyakhala uyalila uthi igula lika Jama lichithekile lichithwa ingqole endala yakithi kwamalandela ube sibindi buthelezi ngokuthi
Is this Java's voice? I'm not sure. Sounds like it.
thezela umntakandaba bemthuka bemcokofula bethu Zwelithini kayibusa bethi kayi.
Wow, but it's powerful. This is powerful. This is King Goodwill Zwelithini. People are so proud of him. 3rd of December, he will have marked his 50th anniversary as a king of Amazulu. So he's been around. He's been around 5 decades, almost 5 decades as a king. Apparently, he was the longest monarch, not only within the Amazulu, also in South Africa. So some people do have a king. I think Bapedi have a king. Victor Tulare Hosia Bapedi passed away in January. I know most people don't know about it, which for me it's the bias when I look at the coverage for this funeral as compared to other kingship funeral. Because for me, when I look at this funeral, I can compare it to Nelson Mandela's funeral. Yes, Nelson Mandela was for 10 days we were mourning. It was complete 24 hours coverage of the whole thing. Nelson Mandela stories, radio stations, TV, newspapers, everywhere. On the streets, it was Nelson Mandela. But for me, this is almost close to that kind of a funeral. Yes, he was granted state funeral, beautiful stuff, but I don't know if other kings are receiving or receive this kind of attention, especially with regard to media coverage. When Khosi Yabapedi died on 14th January, I know most people don't know about it, but there was not that kind of a noise. There was no noise about it. It was just like, okay, he passed on, whatever. Some people are saying, okay, because he was not a king of all Bapedi. Bapedi, there's Balobedu, Bapokwa, and all other tribes with him. So those are the questions. That's what I'm saying. the Zulu nation is the most united one, because even though they have tribes, but they are united when it comes to a king. But with other tribes, like us Batsonga, for example, we don't even have a king. I know that in 2010, there was a commission that was saying that Tsonga people cannot have a king. So because the person that was said to be the king of Batsonga, apparently Ngungunyan, he was said to have died in Mozambique. And therefore, he wouldn't have a status within South African borders, which is quite interesting, because I remember that when I was reading somewhere, when Ngungyani passed on, or during the time of Ngungyani as he was the ruler at the time, there were no borders. We didn't have South Africa as it is right now. We didn't have Mozambique. They were just like chiefdoms or royal houses or royal tribes within Africa. So we talk about the 18th century here. So that was before colonization. And King Ngungunyani, apparently he was the last king of Batsonga, or Batsonga Machangani. There's a whole lot of debate about who is the rightful heir, or who is the rightful king of Batsonga right now. There's people from Mkari family, the royal Mkari family, the Njaka royal. They are claiming to also be the ones that are supposed to be the king of Batsonga. There's also the descendants of Ngunyan who are the Numalos. They're also fighting for the Batsonga Machangani kingship. So it's all court battles right now. So you can see how divided Batsonga are right now, or Batsonga Machangani are right now. Then the debates there is the fact that when Ngungunyani came on as a king, he was not the most favorite amongst his subjects because of the way he was ruling his people. Apparently, he ruled people with the iron fist, and people didn't like him, especially the people that were, because if you remember very well, Ngunguyani is the descendant of Soshangan, right? Is it Manukusi? So Manukusi or Soshangan is a person who was coming from the Zulu land, or the Zulu nation, from the Ndwandwe tribes in KwaZulu, or in the Zulu land. I'm not sure if it was KwaZulu-Natal then, but within the Zulu land. He was coming from there to come and settle amongst Vachopi, Vacha, Bandawu, Vashika, all these people. And then he was almost like, he portrayed himself as the ruler, or as the king at that time. Oh, we had load shedding. So it's quite debatable whether he had the right to be the king of Batsonga when he was coming from somewhere else and to come and settle somewhere else. Yes, he may have conquered people, because during that time you had to conquer to be a king. So if he conquered, then I feel like he will have a right to be the king. But other scholars are debating that Batsonga people never fought wars. They never fought wars, and there was no reason to have a king amongst Batsonga. I remember there used to be a Ngunguyani Day out in Guyana back then. I don't know what happened to that. Maybe because of these court cases that are happening, fighting for kingship amongst Batsonga people is the reason why it has been stopped. I don't know if it's still going on. But it's quite an embarrassment to not have a king. Or maybe, do we need a king? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The king of Amaxhosa passed on in 2019. Zwelonke Calvin Skawe passed on. We also got a state funeral, but it was not at this level. The media coverage was not at this level. The bias that is there, It's interesting that King Goodwill Zwelithini is receiving a state funeral of, in HD or another kind. Other kings get state funeral, yes, but then media coverage is just a one bulletin or one crossing, or just a story at the back page of the page, of the newspapers and everything, but it's not to this level. For me, this is the highest funeral we've seen in South Africa after Nelson Mandela, I stand to be corrected. Why is King Zwelithini the only person that is granted this kind of send-off and other kings are not? I know President Ramaphosa attended other kings' funerals as well, but it was not at this level. They never trained at those funerals. But you know, you have to give it to Amaputo people, like people who made this whole thing trend, you know. So the bias that is there. Let's talk about the COVID now. Amaputo, that's Amaputo for you. And then you ask yourself, where is COVID when this whole thing is happening, you know, because there's no social distancing. I can't see if there's enough people are wearing masks. Clearly, there's no social distancing. And we know in South Africa, funerals have been the super spreaders of COVID. And if negligence of this kind is it's let loose like it's happening, it's questionable because I was still having 50 people per funeral, or things have changed, or it depends who you are. Those are the questions. The bias that is there. The bias that is there. You know, there's police, everyone is there. But there's so many people here, like there's no social distancing, people are not wearing masks. I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we are hearing news that we're going to be facing, third wave of COVID. And we all know what happened on the 5th of March in 2020 when the first case was reported in South Africa. And now we're in the KZN province, KwaZulu-Natal. And you see these kind of gatherings where people are gathering like this, no social distancing, no masks. And you ask yourself, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Third wave on the way. COVID is not sleepy just because there's a funeral. No. And then there was Rasta. Where's Rasta? When I saw this, I was like, is this Rasta, guys? I'm not sure. Is it photoshopped? Guys, please help us. And then I saw this one. And that's him holding it there. Rasta did a good job, guys. I bail him, Rasta Mavo. Wow. Well done, Rasta. Finally, Rasta is getting it right. People were saying that maybe it was because he was scared of Amaputo, you know. He was scared of Amaputo. That's why he had to get it right. He got it right, Shem. And he did the serious face. And then he also did the smiling face. He's standing in the middle. What happened? What changed, guys, about Rasta? Was he doing these portraits in Amabom so that he can trend? He can trend. Oh, this. Or, I don't know. But it's quite interesting that Rasta is, you know, there. That's another portrait. Interesting. This is beautiful, Rasta. Finally, he's getting things right. He's getting things right. That looks like King Zwelithini, you know. So let's give it to him. Let's give it to Rasta, guys. Let's give it to Rasta. Also, it was nice to see President Ramaphosa, our president, shaking hands with our former president Zuma. It was we've always been longing to see these guys together. We know what's happening behind closed doors within the ruling party. But it was good to see these guys talking, you know. I'm not sure if they were sitting side by side. Okay, that's the meeting there. You can see there's no social distancing there. No social distancing whatsoever. There, they were sitting next to each other. It was quite refreshing. I feel like the nation needed to see this kind of a picture or an image where these two are together, sitting and having a conversation. Nice one. So it's all beautiful. The funeral went well. I feel like the king received the send-off that he deserves, you know. Yeah. So back to Ngungunyane. So it's interesting that Amatsonga are the only people that don't have a king in South Africa. The whole country. We are the only people that don't have a king. You know, the debate about who is the rightful king is going on in the courts of South Africa. Previously, the commission, was it the Tlhophe Commission, refused to grant Vatsonga kingship, you know, because of the debate saying that, the person who was the king of Vatsonga then was based in Mozambique. But forgetting that when Ngunguyani was ruling at that time, there were no borders. We didn't have South Africa as it is today. Yes. So there's a portion that belongs to South Africa of today, and there's a lot of vast land that belongs to Mozambique, because in Mozambique, Ngunguyani is regarded as the hero. There will be no Independence Day, and there's no mention of Ngunguyani in Mozambique. So he is regarded as one of the people that fought for freedom of black people. So we know Mozambique was conquered or colonized by Portuguese. That's why they speak Portuguese there. So it's quite interesting. I just don't know when Vatsonga people are gonna receive their king. Will it be King Mumalo, who is the descendant of Soshangan, who is coming from that area of Zululand, or is it gonna be Njaka from the Karirol family, or someone else? Yeah, or Suwosim Saba, you know, all those people. But who is the king? We have chiefs, but who is the king? Anyway, like I mean, and come now the funeral ya King Zwelithini Komakashi just reminded me of what we saw local Ilasha President Nelson Mandela. And then to see artists
Java that maybe some will not even think that he's sometimes
being part of the proceedings. It was quite refreshing to see artists like them in there. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys. So what do you guys think of this one? Why are other, you know, kings or tribes, whenever there's like big events or of this kind, they never receive this kind of attention from the media and everything? What do you think of the COVID with regard to the social distancing there? You can comment. You can see there's no social, like it's just like clustered, you know. It's just like the bias with police people. What happened to 50 people? Are we still there, or it depends, you know? But I have to say, this guy got his deserved send off from his people. Yeah, so we celebrate the send off of King Goodwill Zwelithini with the Payete. Look, we till we meet again in the next upload. Do comment down below and subscribe. I'm just salut. Mengatiti mail.